Welcome, loyal readers, to another episode of the Ballad of El Gatito, Negro. And just to keep it fluid, there will be no recap, so grab your wine and crackers, find your happy place, let's jump in. Luna is walking back to the street smoking a cigarette. She's a little tense after what she just witnessed. Could it possibly be? Luna asked herself, confused. Or could it be just a coincidence? You see, Luna had just witnessed something the people around may or may have not even noticed. And her woman's intuition was urging her to introspect on what just had transpired today at that day party. As she got deeper into her focus, replaying those moments, and as she slowly dragged on her cigarette, she had a moment of clarity. Gato, she thought. How could you have gotten on his bad side of all people? Luna hails a taxi, and a local driver, who knew her whistle, pulled up almost immediately. How are you, Ramon? She asked, smiling while flicking the butt of her cigarette. I'm doing great, Miss Villiani, said Ramon as he grabbed her hands and made his best Clint Eastwood face, then continued. Mama's making dinner tonight. She really wants to see you, Luna. I told her all about you. Luna was immediately creeped out by Ramon and couldn't understand why he was constantly confessing his love for her. But it was partially her fault. She was drinking one night and got in an argument with Vincent and kissed Ramon to make him jealous. Ramon fell in love that night. Ramon, listen, you're a good guy. You don't want a woman like me. My heart's too cold for new love, sweetie, and it belongs to another. Ramon said nothing. His smile slowly melted into a professional demeanor, and then he said, Yes, Miss Villiani. Can I take you to your usual place? No, I'm going home, Luna said as she got into the back seat. Luna and Ramon took their ride in awkward silence. Then Ramon glanced in the mirror a few too many times. Luna's intuition kicked in and she gets focused. She knew her life was in danger, but she wasn't scared. She was grinning in the excitement behind her face that remained painfully stoic. Then Ramon takes an unorthodox turn onto a ramp to the highway. His true colors are about to show. He locks Luna's doors and windows and looks at her with a twisted face. You can hardly see the sweet guy from earlier. You see, Luna, I'm not that sweet. I'm a bad boy, like Vincent, Ramon said frantically. Let's run away together. The man clearly had gone mad, but Luna never panicked. She was way too focused, planning her next chess move. In order to win this game for survival, she lived for this. Take me away, Ramon, she said, playing along. I never have time for myself, and he'll never let us be together. Let's get a room, a hotel, Ramon. I'll show you how much I love you for saving me. She said this seductively in his ear, and as nuts as he was at that present moment, Ramon, unable to control his horn dog, began to head to the hotel he knew, the one just outside of New York. And as they arrived in that crummy hotel in Jersey City, Ramon checked in and left Luna in the car. Luna didn't even try to escape. That was the last thing on her mind. The rum had polluted her focus and given her a different agenda, a new canvas for her rage. End of chapter 1. No bonus. A Woman's Intuition. Chapter 2. Meanwhile, at Big Al's house, Al is distraught, trying to understand how he lost focus and broke character a couple days ago. He just couldn't let that bird go. It was just a principle, you see. What kind of slimy bastard would steal a 16-year-old girl's birthday present? He was seething, but there was a silver lining. Jenny loved the black panda, and it took 3 extra days for Jerry to bring the money back. He almost had enough fingers to make his necklace. He basically had Jerry's left hand. It pleased him to know this. He put on his game face and got ready for an important meeting he was hosting with some local politicians. As Jenny walks across the room like a woman of the evening, a princess in her castle, Jenny is excited and super proud of a new, extremely rare black panda. It's still a cub, and she held him in a blanket with a bottle of milk. The bear was quite ugly and had red, beady eyes, but she saw no fault in her daddy's gift. Therefore, no one made a fuss. They just didn't stare too long. Then a tall boy who was about 17 years old walks up to the cub and forcefully grabs it from her. "Look at this thing, it's hideous," the boy continued. "You're crazy for taking this stupid thing." In that moment, Jenny's mind snapped. Her baby sparrow fluttered across her eyes, and she began to cry. "Why can't you just let us be happy? I'll make you pay." The boy, creeped out, gives her back the cub and walks off with his entourage. And while walking away, he mutters the fateful words, "Fucking freak." You see, Jenny would have let everything go that the boy said about her, but for him to call her a freak in her own house, it was enough to throw her over the edge. Her face began to contort into a sinister grimace. She begins to focus as she strokes her cub's head. Then she hears a voice. "The boy has the bird." It was an ominous woman's voice. She was shocked at the new lead on her baby sparrow. She could have 2 very rare animals. I could be a collector. I'd be the talk of the town, she thought, but she saw all this in the midst of her temporary psychosis. And then suddenly, she snapped out of it and took a deep breath. She took her cub to her room and locked the door. She put her cub in his bassinet and then began to pace around the room. What was that boy's name? She asked herself. I think it was Harold. Harold Lehman. His dad's the banker, and he goes to my school. I'll show him a freak, and I'll get my sparrow back. Alright guys, school starts back in a few days, and it's the start of the new school year. Every family in New York is scrambling to get new supplies and get their children in classes, in hopes of them becoming a doctor, a lawyer, or even just someone successful. Jenny walked into school with a newfound confidence and a real agenda. After becoming a young woman, her clothes were polished and tidy, with slight makeup to cover her rosy cheeks. She looked amazing, and she had her followers. End of episode 7. No bonus. If you enjoy my bonus content, please leave a star and feel free to engage and comment. Thanks. You Blow Jones.